This is Arizona Forum, a weekly conversation focusing on the issues affecting the Grand Canyon State. Now your host, State Representative Jay Lawrence.
Wherever you are in the state of Arizona and on whatever station you're hearing us, welcome. Good evening. I'm really glad you're here tonight. Thank you so much for letting us be part of your evening. We have an interesting show tonight. It's Academy Award night, so we've got Mosky at the movies. Hello, Mosky. How are you?
Hey, Jay. How are you?
Are you watching the? They're very clean tonight. They haven't been politically angry, I don't think.
Right. Very subdued, and Jimmy seems more relaxed, in your face, and no preaching just yet. So we'll see.
Well, they must have been told because of the ratings and because of losing sponsorships. Somebody must have told them, leave the president alone. He's a good guy.
Exactly. Like the less you say the word Trump, the higher your ratings. So don't say the word Trump.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
What have you seen so far? Anything of note in the awards?
Yeah, here's what it is. I predicted, met, and even said to the filmmakers of the...
Hello, I can barely hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me? I told the winners of the Oscar, the documentary. Can you hear me, Jay?
I can now.
Okay. I met the winners of the Oscar-winning documentary Icarus at a screening a couple weeks ago, and I said to them, you guys are going to win the Oscar for this movie. Hands down. I knew it right away. And they did. They just won it a little while ago. And I'm going to try to get them on my show, Mosky in the Movies.
There have not been any of the big awards yet, I guess.
No.
They saved those for late. What were your predictions, Mosky?
Yeah, I thought I knew Sam Rockwell was going to win for 3 Billboards. I didn't think so. I hated his character in that movie. It was really wishy-washy. It wasn't very focused. But whatever. This is Hollywood, you know. And, you know, Dunkirk won for, you know, best sound editing. And, of course, best costumes. Of course, it's going to go to Phantom Thread. It's about a guy who makes costumes for the hierarchy-type people in England. So, of course, he's going to win for best costumes. Phantom Thread. There was no surprise there so far.
What about the others, Mosky? Who's going to be the winner at the last minute now? Give us the top acting awards.
Okay, top acting awards. I for sure I bet money to any of your listeners right now that Allison Janney is going to win Best Supporting Actress. No question about it. Best Actor is going because she's won a lot of awards in the other award shows. It's almost like a given. Best Movie, Gone with It win. No, I'm just joking. Actually, Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty, according to TMZ, are going to do that shtick again for Best Movie. But they're going to say, here's the envelope. They're going to say Gone with the Wind, you know, as a joke, but it's not. You know, the best movie is a shoo-in, as far as I'm concerned. It's going to be The Shape of Water, which is a lot of legalities involved in lawsuits against that movie for copyright infringement, copying that concept from a play from 1969 that's suing the filmmakers. And other things. So there's a lot of controversy. I think also Best Actor is going to go to the guy who played Churchill, Gary Oldman, who played, it's called The Darkest Hour. I think it did a brilliant performance, incredible makeup. By the way, that movie won for Best Makeup so far, the Darkest Hour, Gary Oldman's makeup. So that's for right now what's happening, what I see.
All right, very good. Now then, Mosky, what is the latest rumor in Hollywood? Hollywood rumors.
I got a bunch of now. The first one is Ryan Seacrest is fighting for his life right now. He just did the red carpet. Only 4 of 10 nominees came to him. It was very awkward. A lot of people bypassed Ryan Seacrest, Entertainment, red carpet interviews. So he's fighting for his life, according to the reports.
Why do you think that was? Why do you think they ignored him on the red carpet?
Oh, well, didn't you hear he got accused? Now, you just know what's happening with this Me Too movement and the Time's Up movement is the accusation is a conviction, which is BS. I'd like to say the word on your show, but I can't say it, but BS.
Right.
So Ryan Seacrest was accused 10 years ago of a stylist, did his hair, makeup. He's accused of sexual harassment. I don't even think you want me to tell you some of the things that she said he did. But let's say E! Entertainment did an internal investigation. They cleared him of it recently. But it's Variety magazine, Variety Entertainment. They did a story with this woman, stylist from 10 years ago, and they still published it. So now publicists are telling their stars, hey, you know what, don't go to Ryan Seacrest. It's uncomfortable. It may be something awkward. You know, so the accusation is a conviction.
That can make for a very lengthy time on the red carpet.
Yes.
All right.
Correct.
Other rumors.
Okay. All right. So again, TMZ reporting Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway going to open the envelope of Best Actor and say it's going to be going with Win. Moving on. Donald Trump, Stormy Daniels' alleged affair may be a part of tonight's ceremony. Sources connected with Stormy, the porn star, say that Academy of Visual Arts and Sciences reached out to her last week asking if they can have permission using a now infamous 2006 picture of Trump and Stormy partying at a golf clubhouse. Moving on.
Did she give permission?
Unknown at this point. TMZ is reporting it's unknown. They don't know, but they did. So the Oscar cast did reach out at this point.
They're still trying to make problems for the president.
Yep, exactly. You know, my thing is, Jay, if you want to, I'd love to make a bet with you right now and your listeners. How many times they're going to mention Trump, or somebody is going to say in their speech the word Trump? I'd say under 10. Don't you think?
Well, the only thing they did, I've already heard that they mentioned hope, and said no hope at the White House. She left a week ago.
You just heard that too. Exactly.
That's been the full thing thus far.
Yeah, and then Jimmy also mentioned about you and I talked about this movie, Call Me by Your Name, about two, gay men, a gay relationship. I don't want to get into that, but anyway, so Jimmy just mentioned that Hollywood makes films like Call Me by Your Name to piss off Mike Pence. Piss off.
Very good.
I do believe. Okay, moving on. So talking about movement. So you got the Never Again movement. You know, the Never Again, which is these kids in Parkland, Florida, the high school kids.
Right.
They're going to have a march, I believe March 24th this month in a couple of weeks in D.C. to get tighter gun control measures. So here it goes. So apparently the kids are not, the high school kids at that school are not going to come up here to be a part of the Oscar cast. There's a couple of these high school kids. David Hogg is one of them, and Emma Gonzalez, the high school kid. So they didn't get an invite, and they want to keep their distance from Hollywood. Although these kids are encouraging celebrities like George Clooney, who's donated money, like Oprah Winfrey, who's donated money, Steven Spielberg, David Geffen, to help out. Oh, and by the way, Justin Bieber's manager, Scooter Braun, has donated money. He's going to help out behind the scenes. So they're encouraging these kids in Parkland to have celebrities help them. So that's the irony, but they're not going to this Oscar cast. Moving on.
Of course, what bothers me about those kids is that many of them were given scripts to read. They were going to say other things on CNN, but they were given scripts to read, and that is absolutely outrageous, Mosky.
Yeah, don't you get the feeling? I hate to go, but don't you get the feeling these kids are just so well rehearsed, they're so articulate, and I know they've been accused of being what's called crisis actors by, highly conservative right wing hosts, talk show hosts. But it's like, how come they're so calm, cool, and collected, Jay? Wouldn't you be shocked if you're a kid, you're in high school, and you experienced a shooting? Some of your friends got killed from this shooter. Let's say Nicholas Cruz. Wouldn't you be kind of shaken up, even though as articulate as you are? I mean, do you question that at all?
Well, I question the fact that they were given scripts to read, that things they wanted to say were taken out of their hands, and they all had these the same size paper script from which they read. I am just outraged at that.
That was at the town hall. That's right. One of the kids came out on Fox News, and he was talking about, I know. What BS.
What else, Mosky? Some more rumors.
Okay. Yes, more rumors. The elephant in the room has a statue, or did he? Harvey Weinstein. He's probably watching tonight's Oscars, Jay, from his comfort of his Phoenician hotel room there in Scottsdale, instead of actually attending the Oscars for many years like he has. There's a statue on Hollywood Boulevard, or was, a few blocks where the Oscars taking place, which is the Dolby Theater, right there, Hollywood Boulevard. Two street artists, Jay, made a statue of Harvey Weinstein called Casting Couch. Harvey is in gold, sitting on a couch in a bathroom, clutching an Oscar, but the two street artists pulled it a day or two ago due to the rain. So isn't that interesting? Very profound.
Why would anyone have a Harvey Weinstein statue of anything at all? Why, even if it represented evil, why even do that? I would just couldn't stand it.
I know. It's like, why even bring? So anyway, he is. It's like the elephant in the room. People are going to be talking. He really started this movement. Not that he deliberately did. He started this movement back in November. It was this. That was what triggered this whole thing. The Me Too. The time's up. Okay, moving on. Rita Moreno. She's like 86 years old, Jay.
Yes.
She's one of the presenters tonight. I thought this was an interesting story. She's going to wear the same dress. She's going to wear the same dress that she wore when she won the Oscar for West Side Story in 1962. The source being her daughter of the 86-year-old Rita Moreno. Isn't that interesting? So she's going to present an Oscar in the same dress she wore when she won an Oscar for West Side Story in '62.
Which
and
was,
by the way,
yes.
Go on. Steven Spielberg was going to do a remake of West Side Story, which I think is a crock of what.
Why bother? Hold on one second.
That's exactly it.
Mosky at the Movies, our guest. This is Jay Lawrence. I'm glad you're here tonight. Thank you for letting us be part of your evening. This is State Representative Jay Lawrence, our guest, Mosky. Mosky at the Movies, which you can find on YouTube. Where else, Mosky, are you located where people can read or hear about you all the time?
Absolutely, Jay. It's moskyatthemovies.com. Again, moskyatthemovies.com. See all the movie reviews I've done, and send me some messages and comments about anything you like or dislike.
All right, more rumors, Hollywood rumors.
Yes, apparently, this is really bizarre. It is what they call a penis-free Oscar. That apparently they took away, the Oscar. It's more generic this year. Apparently, that's kind of the rumor, that they kind of made it more generic, the way the Oscar looks in light of the Me Too movement. It's kind of more like instead of a man. Isn't that kind of bizarre?
Really?
But anyway, yeah. So I thought that's kind of bizarre. That's
interesting and bizarre.
But yeah. Anyway, some other things that's going on is the results of the 2018 Razzies announced yesterday, and this is the worst movies. Okay, the worst movie was the Emoji movie. Like Emoji. It was like the doo-doo emoji.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Okay, I can't say the word on TV on the radio.
That's correct.
Taking the worst picture. Yeah, some of the runners-up of the worst movies ever of the 2018 Razzies: 50 Shades Darker, and Transformers: A Light Last Night.
Did you see any? Have you seen any of those?
Just the Baywatch, which was horrendous. It was a remake with Wayne the Rock Johnson and Zac Efron. Horrible. The writing was just abysmal. This is how not to make a movie. It's just so pathetic. All right, so other things. Now this weekend, Black Panther is like making buco box office around the world. It's made $900 million, $500 million domestically, and so it's just a major film.
Is there a reason? Can you find a reason for that? First of all,
I can.
The promos, the television promos, are fantastic. They're great commercials. But what about the film that is just going berserk?
Well, let me just say this. I saw it last night, and I didn't like it. I thought it was boring the first half, and there's some things that needed to – it didn't make sense to me. And the costume kind of is very mediocre. There's nothing really appealing about it, nothing ornate, the Black Panther outfit. It's some motivations of the characters. I thought some of the acting was bad and some of the directing, by the way. But I think what's appealing, and I talked to black people about this, and they say that they say that the reason why it's so popular, they even see the second time, is because this is the first time ever that there's a black superhero. All the superheroes are white, right? Batman, Superman.
Oh, that's interesting,
Spider-Man,
yes.
Right? So that's what they tell me. I talked to I was on a commercial. I was in a commercial last week, talking to a guy in the set. We got to talking about Black Panther, and he said exactly what I just told you, that he's just enamored by it, including Mexican people. And people, one of my clients said, even people who are Muslim, they go, wow, this is so cool. Somebody's finally a different superhero. But I found it problematic. I didn't think it was great as everybody else says it is. I think it's way overrated. And the problem is if you criticize it, then you're going to be called a racist. So there's not a lot of critics coming out and saying it's a problem film, It's okay. It's not great.
Well, I'll tell you, anything that makes close to $1 billion, something's got to be right.
Right, you're correct. It's clicking with people. There's a backstory, superhero, exactly. And it is clicking with minorities on a big level, worldwide. Okay, along the lines of Black Panther, there's one actress, Amandla Stenberg. She's best known for Hunger Games and everything. She's a 19-year-old. She turned down a part in the Black Panther. Get this. She goes, these are all dark-skinned actors playing Africans, and I feel like it would have just been off to see me as a biracial American with a Nigerian accent. So she's turned it down, insecurely, thinking that, they're not going to see me as truly black, as dark-skinned actors playing the Africans in the movie Black Panther. So isn't that interesting? Very
good.
She lost out. Anyway, Get Out. The movie Get Out, which is nominated for one of the top 9 films, multi-genre movie. Speaking of, very ethnically oriented, it does have a message. And it won the best film last night at the 33rd Film Independent Spirit Awards, which was held in Santa Monica last night. I thought that was kind of interesting, an independent film.
Do you think that there is going to be, now I don't know about the movies at the Oscars. I have not seen, I don't know that I've seen any of them, and I'm not watching the Academy Awards. Well, here I am. But do you think that there is a racial component to the Academy Awards? Is that even possible?
No, because there's 6,600 members in the Academy. It was expanded about 2 years ago. Remember when you had the movement, Oscars So White movement, when Chris Rock, my BFF from junior high, was hosting 2 years ago, 2016, of the 2015 movies. And so since then, the then president, in 2016, 2017, expanded the base. So it's not really, just to get more diversity, and there's a lot more diversity in this round of films. So, no, I wouldn't say it's racially biased or anything like that, Jay.
Okay, whatever good rumors, Mosky.
All right, so moving on. The other rumor and this has to do with Ryan Seacrest, is that E! Entertainment asked NBC to delay their pre-Oscar Live for the Red Carpet here with Ryan Seacrest for a 30-second delay, just in case some stars felt a little uncomfortable talking to Ryan Seacrest, according to a report. This is Deadline.com. Again, due to the sexual harassment claims against Ryan Seacrest, who also is hosting the new American Idol on ABC, same channel as the Oscars, by the way. So it's interesting why. I thought for sure Ryan Seacrest would not host the Red Carpet again. And again, it turned out it was his worst night ever for hosting the Red Carpet Awards. He's fighting for his life. It's going to be interesting to see if this taint of his person, his sexual harassment allegations, is going to hurt him in the ratings for American Idol. I wonder if that's going to be a possibility.
I guess we'll find out. When is that supposed to start, Mosky?
It's going to be coming up in about a week or two, American Idol. Because The Voice started like last week, and I think American Idol starts this week. So,
it's amazing how those television shows have caught on. The Voice, American Idol, Dancing with the Stars, and these are not big budget. The people that star in these things are civilians.
Correct. Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, they pay a buco bucks, like to Katy Perry, one of the hosts of American Idol. She's getting for one report, she's getting $25 million, Jay, which is to me, it's unbelievable, like despicable. In my opinion, despicable that she's making that kind of money being a host. One of three, and making more than Ryan Seacrest, the host of the American Idol. You know what I mean? I think it's just obscene is the word I was looking for. Obscene amount of money for that, just doing that.
Some other good rumors, Mosky.
All right, here's another one. Okay, now this has to do with one of the filmmakers, producers of one of the Oscar-nominated documentaries. This producer, Syrian Oscar nominee Kareem Abid, can't believe he was going to walk on the red carpet tonight because he almost was not able to get a visa. It was denied under President Trump's travel ban on citizens of 8 countries, most of them Muslim majority. So up until the last minute, he thought there's no way. He made the film, produced the film Last Men in Aleppo, again, a Syrian nominee. So I thought that was a little interesting tidbit about the Oscars.
Anything else?
I just want to give you kind of your audience an update on. Can I give an update of what's the winners are so far?
Sure.
If I may. Just know that for the Best Supporting Actor is Sam Rockwell in Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Darkest Hour won for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. That's the movie about Winston Churchill, played by Gary Oldman. Fantastic job. Dunkirk won for Sound Mixing, Best Oscar. Shape of Water won for